What's up guys, I'm Eric and you're watching Savage Garden, and in this video I want to really talk about the best ways to maximize your pockets when it comes to growing in your home garden. Check it out. The number one thing on the list that I want to talk about, and I can't stress enough, is growing your plants from seed is going to give you the best bang for your buck. On average, a seed of say carrots or something small like that is going to cost you maybe $1, $2, maybe $5, but you get hundreds and hundreds of seeds, and it gives you a lot of time and a lot of opportunity to fail. And most gardeners, they're going to tell you failing is a part of growth gardening. If you haven't killed the plant, you haven't even tried yet. So grab some seeds, give it your best shot, because they're also going to give you the most plants. So right here, as you can see, all these plants I grew from seed this year are all broccoli. I'm just waiting on these to grow big enough for me to plant them, transplant them into bigger cartons or containers. But right now, I get to plant these and I get to see which ones are the strongest. They're gonna make it to the containers, because not every one of these plants is gonna get used. I'm gonna have to thin them out just a little bit. So the weaker ones, I'm not gonna let them go to full growth, but I'm gonna just thin them out, and the ones that are the healthiest and the best are gonna be the ones we're gonna eat. So that's gonna be it for seeds. Seeds is gonna be the best thing that's gonna help your garden grow fast and make you the best gardener possible. So the second way to save a lot of money this season is going to be buy the most bang for your buck. And by this I mean, if you don't plan on buying seeds and germinating and doing that whole thing, if you go to Home Depot, like I still go to Home Depot for some plants, just because I want to experiment and grow them. You buy them, but you don't buy one that just has an individual one plant in them. You go and you buy the ones that has multiple plants, if you can, multiple healthy plants. So right now I paid for one. This is going to be the Blue Lake Bush heirloom snap beans or green beans. I paid for one, but I got three. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these plants, and when I open it up and go to put it in this final container, the one I'm going to harvest in, I'm going to separate the root ball, and I'm going to individually plant each one of these. So I paid for one plant, I got three. That's a W in my book. I do it for almost every plant that I can. This one's also green okra, and we love okra over here. They're very hardy in Texas. We're in zone 7. If you can see, I have 4 plants here, and trust me, I'm going to plant all 4 in 5-gallon containers, because these things get huge. But yeah, that's tip number 2. If you have the biome, get as much bang for your buck by buying multiple plants in each container. Last tip. This one's a little harder for some people. For me, it's been hit and miss. It's going to be propagation. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is that? That's pretty much cloning your plant using cuttings. Well, mostly using cuttings. I don't know anybody who's going to do it any other way. But, unless it's strawberries. Strawberries kind of do their own thing. You cut them and you good still. But for propagation, so say if I have this tomato plant. As you can see on the tomato plant, I don't know if you can see, but it has all these little hairs all across the side of it. Now, if you put this in water, I don't care how deep you bury it, or if you put it in water, from each one of those hairs is going to turn to roots, which is kind of cool. It's kind of one of the coolest things about tomato plants. So what that means is, when you go to make a cut on it, say you buy one of these plants and you want to wait, for the other one to mature a little later on, you can get this plant, wait till it gets a little bit more mature, take some cuttings off of it, put it in water. They also have powder that you can buy that helps with the root development, root start. But really, you just take a cut from it, put it in some water. Don't let any of the leaves get in the water, because it will rot. And you want to put in some sunlight, but like maybe just indoors. But hopefully it gets roots really fast. You let them get pretty long, then you plant them. So pretty much at that point you have a clone of this plant. Now this works for a lot of other plants. I see people do it all the time for sugarcane. I don't even know if you could do sugarcane any other way, because that's the only way I see them do it. I'm doing an experiment right now with peach trees. So I've cut clippings off my peach tree. Roots are already starting, so I'm pretty excited about that, guys. But those are the 3 basic ways really for you to maximize your money in your garden. Really, if you have any questions or if you want me to show you how to do some of this stuff, leave comments down below, because I will show you guys how to take these 3 plants and separate them safely so you guys are confident when it's time for you to do it. And I will show you guys how to germinate seeds. That's coming regardless. But if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I love you guys. You're watching Savage Garden. I'm Eric Lee. We out.